make sure you hit that subscribe button. Peace, y'all. Jonny Fastlane here. So, Glokknine gets arrested in Florida, and Trippie Redd trolls 6ix9ine. SZA gets racially profiled at Sephora, and Shawnna drops some new music. Let's talk hip-hop. Yo, this story is crazy, right? Or I wouldn't even say that it's crazy because it's pretty much the same story, right? So all you gotta do is take out one rapper's name and then insert this week's rapper's name in there, and you got the same story, right? So I feel like I do the same thing every single week, right? And this week we got Glokknine, right? Glokknine gets pulled over in Florida. Glokknine gets arrested for having a gun on him and some weed, right? So, regular shit, right? But this whole situation is insane, right? Because, yes, rappers are constantly getting arrested for having a gun on them, but what are they to do, right? So, you see Nipsey Hussle gets gunned down, you got YBN Almighty J, Skinny from the 9. You know, rappers are constant targets, right? From people in the streets and then also the police, right? But what are rappers to do, right? So if you're Drake, right, or Nicki Minaj, or Cardi B, or Offset, I mean, you're so huge and you're so out of here that you have security and like a whole team with you that you don't really have to worry about like somebody from the hood running up on you and try to rob you, right? If you're like a 6ix9ine though, you're like a mid-level rapper, you do gotta kind of worry about people from the hood robbing you, but 6ix9ine had enough money to where he still had a lot of security around him and really didn't have to carry guns himself, right? But if you're somebody like a Glokknine, right, and Glokknine is new into the hip-hop game, right? He's been signed to Cash Money for like a year and a half only, right? Glokknine, you know, is mad young too. He's 19 years old, and I don't even think he dropped his first album yet, right? So definitely don't have 6ix9ine money and not as huge as Drake, right? A lot of people really don't know who Glokknine is, right? He might have a little bit of money though. Let's say he has 100,000 in his bank account, right? So you use a little bit of that money to buy some guns because you want to make sure people don't try to run down on you, right? As a 19-year-old nigga with 100,000 in his bank account, right? So the whole situation is, you got guns because you're trying to protect yourself. You got weed because you like to get high. You got pulled over because you're driving crazy. You got 17 charges now. You know what I'm saying? So Glokknine is also a convicted felon already, right? He was arrested a couple months ago actually and had a gun on him then. And he had some weed on him then, right? The thing is that then he had less than 20 grams. So, you know, it was cool. That's a little misdemeanor. This time though, he had more than 20 grams on him. And they're looking at it as a felony with intent to sell, right? Also, since he already has a felony from when he got arrested when he was 15 years old for shooting some nigga, guess what? He's not allowed to have a gun at all anyway, right? So that's another charge, having a gun, and then also having an illegal gun, that's a second charge, and then also having an illegal gun plus you're a convicted felon, that's a third charge, right? So Glokknine is like facing some serious ass charges, right? But the good thing is that he did get bond, right? $45,000 bond, which means that he could pay $4,500, which is 10% of the $45,000 and get out on bail, right? Unlike your YNW Melly, who still ain't getting no bail. Unlike Kodak Black, who still ain't getting no bail. And both them niggas is in the same jail as Glokknine right now, right? So this situation is crazy, man. But I don't know. What are these rappers supposed to do? Walk around with no guns and be a victim? Pay security? Get their own licensed gun? I just want to know, like, what is the solution here so that rappers don't keep getting arrested for having guns on them? Y'all let me know in the comments. Alright, yo, so Trippie Redd drops Behind Enemy Arms, right? And the song is fire, yo, right? And the video is fire too, right? And Trippie Redd is crazy, right? Because to me, right, it's either hit or miss for Trippie Redd, right? It's either like, yo, Trippie Redd, that shit is fire. You got one with that. That's a hit. I don't know where you be coming up with this shit. Or it's like, yo, that ain't it, chief. You know what I'm saying? Like, for me, I never ever in my life heard a Trippie Redd song and was like, okay, that's all right. For me, it's either that's fucking horrible, you know, that nigga sounds like a goat being choked to death, or that's amazing. I can't believe Trippie Redd has blessed us with yet another one, right? Like, it's either it's the greatest shit ever or trash to me with Trippie Redd, which is crazy weird, right? But hey, it is what it is, right? And in this specific situation, Behind Enemy Arms, this shit is fire to me, man. The song is fire. The video is fire. Like, he's in the video, and I don't know, it's like he's in Iraq or something running around. He has a fucking M16. This nigga got a fucking 2 9mm, like 2 like silver 9s, just like shooting them. He got his homeboys in the background. They coming around the wall and shit. You know what I'm saying? There's like, they're blowing up tanks with rocket launchers. There's like crashed helicopters and shit. Like, the video is fire, right? And he's basically at war with his enemies, right? It's like a metaphor, right? Towards the end of the video, you know, there's like a little rat, right? A white rat, you know, running around basically like eating like just the blood and like the remnants of like Trippie Redd's enemies, right? And that rat that's eating the blood and stuff is like dyed like a bunch of different rainbow colors, right? So clearly that's a nod to like 6ix9ine. He's basically trolling 6ix9ine and basically calling 6ix9ine a rat, right? And this is crazy because that 6ix9ine Trippie Redd beef came like full circle, right? And a lot of people don't know this, but Trippie Redd actually discovered 6ix9ine, right? So Trippie Redd, you know, had his music kind of buzzing a little bit on SoundCloud like years ago, right? And 6ix9ine had a little SoundCloud too, right? Trippie Redd actually was signed to like an indie record label by some dude, but this dude, his father is like the CEO of like Universal Music Group. So he's basically trying to do what his father is doing, right? But what they use that little indie label for is to like cure artists until they're ready, and then they sign them to the major, right? So Trippie Redd was there, 6ix9ine was there, and another rapper was there too. I forget who it was, right? But since Trippie Redd bought 6ix9ine to the record label, Trippie Redd actually gets 10% of anything that 6ix9ine ever puts out. So that was like before, that's now, that's when 6ix9ine gets out of jail, as long as he's still signed to the same contract, you know what I'm saying? Which is crazy, right? And I don't know, and I don't think that 6ix9ine record label even dropped him from his record label. I think they're waiting for like all of this to go over, and then even if 6ix9ine gets out and he still does music, whether it's overseas or whether he doesn't do shows and just does music like from witness protection or whatever, I'm sure his record label's still gonna keep him on the roster and still put the nigga out, because there are people out there that will listen to 6ix9ine's music even now, even after they know that 6ix9ine snitched, right? Because half of the people are saying, oh, 6ix9ine's a snitch, I can never listen to him again, I don't give a fuck. And the other half of the people are saying, yeah, but he snitched on some people that was trying to kill him and do him dirty and trying to, you know, fuck his baby moms and all that stuff, right? So, you know, there are people that look at it from two different ways, right? Whatever the case may be, the reason why 6ix9ine and Trippie Redd even started beefing was because Trippie Redd heard that 6ix9ine like pled guilty to like using a 13-year-old like in a sexual act or whatever the case may be. And then Trippie Redd comes out and he's like, 1400, don't support no pedophilia, right? And then when 6ix9ine seen that, 6ix9ine was like, yo, I didn't do anything. I pled guilty because they were telling me I was gonna do 15 years in jail, but fuck Trippie Redd. You know what I'm saying? So it's like all of that, right? It's just crazy, man. But hey, 6ix9ine, no, Trippie Redd is still out here trolling 6ix9ine because that shit is funny, man. So why not, right? Fuck it. Let me know what y'all think about this in the comments down below. Alright, yo, this situation is crazy, right? Because SZA was shopping, you know, chilling, minding her own damn business at Sephora, trying to pick up some makeup. I think she was trying to like pick up like, you know, something from Rihanna's like Fenty line or something like that, right? And she's in Sephora in Calabasas, right? So Calabasas, that's where like all of these rich motherfuckers hang out at. That's where they live at. That's pretty much like the neighborhood for the rich and famous, right? It's a neighborhood for the 1%. 100%, right? So whatever, you know, SZA got money. She's in Calabasas. She's trying to get some makeup from, you know, the fucking Sephora that's there, right? But she realizes that she's being like followed around the store by these white employees, right? And she's just trying to figure out why the hell these employees are following her around, right? So, you know, she left the store. She took to social media to like let people know that, you know, she was racially discriminated against, and that they even decided to call the police on her. She wasn't even committing a crime, but they called the police on her because she's a black woman, you know, shopping at Sephora, right? And apparently, I guess that's a crime. I guess it's a crime, right? To be black and to be in Sephora, right? So, you know, you got to get the police called on you for being black in Sephora, nigger. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so, you know, it's crazy because then two people, you know, or two entities decide to respond to, you know, the situation that's going on, right? One, Rihanna responds to it, and basically Rihanna says that she's gonna send, you know, SZA a gift card so that she could shop in peace. And Rihanna says, shop in peace, sis, right? And then Sephora responds to it, and basically they say that they're going to shut down all the Sephoras in the whole country, right, on June 5th, which is like 3 days from now, for a sensitivity training, right? And they're basically pulling everybody into the office for sensitivity training, right? And this is crazy, right? Because two things, right? One, yo, SZA don't need no damn gift card from Rihanna. Like, what the fuck is up with Rihanna, right? This could have happened to Rihanna, right? If she happened to be in a store where, you know, white employees didn't recognize her face and know who she was, right? This could have even happened to her. Yo, SZA does not need a gift card from Rihanna because SZA is not, you know, short for money. What SZA needs is Rihanna to be on her Meek Mill shit and be like, you know what? Fuck Sephora. They just lost a huge brand. I'm taking all my Fenty shit out of Sephora and I'm just gonna have it in, you know, all these other makeup places and not Sephora. You feel me? You know? So Rihanna's wrong in that situation, right? And then Sephora, I really feel like Sephora is wrong in, you know, I know that Sephora is just trying to save face by saying, hey, we're going to shut down all the Sephoras, you know, in the country on June 5th for, you know, sensitivity training. But that's kind of redundant, if you ask me, because half of the people that work at Sephora are black and they know about black culture. You know what I'm saying? Like, I live in Brooklyn, right? Brooklyn, New York, right? And there's Sephora all over the place. There's one, you know, downtown by the Barclays Center. There's one in Kings Plaza. There's a couple on Nostrand Avenue. And as a matter of fact, so what Sephora's going to do is shut down the Sephora on Nostrand Avenue for sensitivity training when there's only 7 employees at the Sephora on Nostrand Avenue, and 5 of them hoes are from the projects and are black. So what are you doing? You're shutting down that Sephora to teach black people about being sensitive to black people? You know, that's redundant, right? So it's not Sephora itself that needs sensitivity training, right? It's the climate in Calabasas, right? It's not the fact that it's a Sephora. It could have been the Louis Vuitton store next door to Sephora. It could have been Victoria's Secrets across the street from Sephora. It could have been the grocery store in Calabasas that's around the corner from Sephora. And they'll probably follow like little, you know, young black people around too, right? So it's the culture of Calabasas and that area that needs, you know, sensitivity training, not the employees of every Sephora in the country, right? So that's a little bit too much, right? So again, Sephora and Rihanna, unfortunately, are both missing the point here, right? Young black lady decides that she wants to get some makeup and gets followed around the store. Why? Just only because she's black. It's not because she was stealing, because, you know, SZA has been on songs with Kendrick Lamar, right? SZA is signed to Top Dog Entertainment, right? She's done songs with J-Rock and Schoolboy Q. She's on DJ Khaled's new album. You know, she got that song Just Us with DJ Khaled. This is what an angel sounds like. So she don't need to be stealing out of no Sephora, right? She also doesn't need a gift card from Rihanna, no matter how much it is, to get the Fenty. You know what I'm saying? And then again, that's just promotion for Fenty. And then it's just Rihanna's money buying back her own products if, you know, sis does decide to use the gift card that Rihanna sent her. You know, I feel like that's kind of a slap in the face that you want to send me a gift card. Nah, hell nah. Pull your products up out of Sephora or not. You know what I'm saying? I'm not telling Rihanna what to do, but just know that sending SZA a gift card ain't what's up. That ain't it, chief. You know what I'm saying? Demand that Sephora apologize to SZA and to you, or else you're gonna pull everything out. You know what I'm saying? Make them release a statement like how Meek Mill made the Cosmopolitan release a statement. You feel me? But you know, that's just me. You know what I'm saying? But let me know what y'all think about this in the comments.
Yo, make a sound around here. Get your body found around here. Get you with a crown around here. Look, hey, shorty, fresh off a pill. House on the hill. Ice on my neck got me chill. Might blow a check on my grill. Let's keep it real. Bitches can't fuck with me still. I just go wait for the kill. Fuck what you think. I'ma go straight to the bank. I'ma go catch me a check. Hop in the back. Then I go fuck up a sex. You bitches fucking for racks. I'm for
Yo, this is fire, right? Because, like, I've been waiting for this, right? Shawnna, you know, dropped this song a couple of months ago, right? Round here. But finally, she's actually come out with the video, right? So since she dropped the video, this is kind of making me think that she's about to come out with an album, right? And this is fire, right? So a lot of y'all know Shawnna, you know, she used to be obviously on Disturbing the Peace with Ludacris, I-20, Lil Fate, Mystical, all these dudes, and she was fire back in the day, right? Well, she's still fire now, right? Shawnna is like one of the only 7 female rappers who even ever had a #1 on the Billboard charts, right? I think like maybe Left Eye was like there, Cardi B, of course, Lauryn Hill, but believe it or not even Nicki Minaj was ever like #1, right? Which is crazy. But anyway, right? Shawnna is on her lyrical shit still, right? So this beat is like a turn up kind of trap beat, but she ain't on no bullshit, man. She ain't mumbling on this shit, right? So the very first verse, and I mean, y'all heard the song before, like I heard the song before, but since she did the video now, the very first verse, she's kind of like dolo, just focusing more like on spitting. She's chilling out in front of a black car. She's like doing her thing, right? The second verse, she's like sitting on a throne. She got her crown on. She's looking like Xena, the warrior princess and that shit, you know what I'm saying, just spitting, right? But the third verse, she's got like all her Chicago fam in that shit, right? It's just like a fire ass music video, right? Definitely y'all should check out the video around here. Y'all should stream it, you know what I'm saying? Let Shawnna's numbers go up, up, up. And you know, just show her some love. Follow her on Instagram too. I mean, why not, right? And then definitely like when she comes out with the album, I'll be back to let y'all know what I think about that. But so far, Round Here is fire, the single is fire, and the video is fire too, right? Let me know what y'all think about all this in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Make sure y'all hit that notification bell and follow me at Jonny Fastlane on Instagram and Twitter. And y'all already know what to do. Peace.